Yo, what's up, guys? Episode 19 of the Joystick Show.
Yeah.
Here for the 19th week in a row.
That's
giving
right.
you guys some entertainment. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe down below. Helps us a great bit, and it'll help you keep track of all the awesome stuff that we're putting out.
Some good growth, too.
Damn straight. I love it.
Shout outs to consistency.
We're like on the way to the 500 subs. Like the road has been cleared.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, when we get to that 500 sub mark, we've got big things. Yeah. Super cool stuff. I mean, we'll talk about that more a little bit after, but I think it's what the most important thing is. What have you been up to, my man?
Oh, what I've been up to. It was a rainy day, so.
It was, yeah.
A lot of people were just, I feel like it was perfect just to do whatever you wanted to do. I know people have work, or I know you had work today for a little bit, and other people had work on Fridays, but I haven't worked in Fridays in a very long time, so I'm just very, and especially since it was a rainy day, I just,
just chill.
Yeah, music, watch some stand up. Do you
I
know
saw that.
Do you know Sam Morrill?
I know him, but I hadn't seen that special that you posted.
So his new special was called On the Rooftop, I think, or something like. It's similar to something like that. And he basically just did a week of rooftop shows because you can't do stand up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so he just did I think a week and a half of just he called people and was like, "Oh, you have a free rooftop," and all of the shows are like 12 people, 14 people.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And he just made a special this year, so it's not like the best, but it's good.
You heard about Chappelle and Rogan?
Oh yeah.
That they're doing the shows together.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man. That's just gonna be wild.
Yeah, I mean, I heard of that they were gonna do it in all these different places because of COVID. There's only a few states. Yeah, but there's only a few states that were even willing to do that. So the fact that they're doing
Austin's weird enough.
Yeah,
for sure.
What have you been up to?
And I can't even say nothing because it's been a bit. Yeah, it's just been. I said earlier, this is when I woke up this morning, the first thing I did. We record mostly Fridays, so this is Friday, December 4th. And we uploaded Chef's Son 2 this morning. So the first thing I did was I woke up, I uploaded that, and I told the guys as soon as I uploaded that video, that was it was the first time in a week straight that I didn't have anything to do for Joystick.
Yeah, you had nothing to work on
at all, and it was the most it was the most relieving and slightly boring thing because I was finally at rest, but then I was what do I do now? I don't know.
I felt the same way for my internship ended today.
Yeah.
So I felt the same exact way where I was I sat at my computer and I just turned on a game and I'm oh, what's this?
I did the exact same thing.
Because I've been working in Excel and stuff, which is just the same repetitive shit. And then I'm oh, I can click on something else on my computer. I can click on a different program.
Yeah. Usually I'm pretty good at balancing my time between when I have to work on stuff for either my actual job or for here Joystick, and then when I actually have free time to spend for myself, and play video games and shit. And that's not even including time with spent with you guys or my girlfriend or my parents, you know what I mean? But this past week was especially difficult because the Chef's Son that we uploaded this week was technically filmed on Tuesday.
Yes.
And not by you. It was filmed by my girlfriend.
Interesting.
But because
we could have had a new camera woman.
Yeah, right.
New credit in the end.
But because it's just never our luck when we fucking film things with my dad and audio for some reason. My mic audio got cut at around the 5-minute mark, 5 minutes into the recording, and my dad's got cut 9 minutes, and the thing was in total 28 minutes. So I was well, there goes absolutely.
There goes all of it.
There goes everything. So what would have been a nice, easygoing, well-paced week became a very, very stressful one when we had to reshoot the next day, and then before I knew it, just I had no more time to just fucking relax. If it wasn't filming something, it was editing something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But now I could just chill. And even though I'm technically filming something, I'm chilling, bro.
You were working for the weekend.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say everybody's working for the weekend.
Yeah, a very impactful week in music, I think.
Why so?
Well, first, we're gonna get into it later, obviously, but it was
and we'll say it. We're gonna be talking about the Spotify Wrapped
national holiday, December 1st.
Practically for us,
and honestly, it was the amount of memes that were coming out. Joey was sharing memes, but he was sharing memes from 2018, and you could tell because it was edited over the 2018 Spotify Wrapped. But yeah, there was a ton of good memes out with it. People posting fake ones, real ones. Everyone, I follow a bunch of artists. They were posting their own stuff. Oh, I had 800 million streams as like an artist. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, I thought that was one thing I thought was cool to see it from the perspective of the artist.
And even the smaller artists, where like even if this artist doesn't make much money off it and they have like a full-time job elsewhere, they can still get 70, 80K streams in a year. That's still a lot of people listening, you know?
But I as much as I really want to get into this, we've tamed ourselves because we're going to speak about this at the later half of the podcast because, it'd be so suave if we could seamlessly, move that into like an episode segment that we do every single time about music that has to do with Spotify playlists. But we'll get to that. And you should definitely stick around for that. Have you seen any movies lately?
No, I've watched no movies.
No movies?
I've not. Because
'tis the season. I've been watching one type of movie. And
Christmas?
I can't stop watching Christmas movies, man.
Already?
It's weird. It might have something to do with the pandemic. Like maybe you just.
I mean,
because. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I feel like everyone's trying to make a good Christmas. You know what I mean? Like everyone, like right after Thanksgiving ended, everyone's like, all right, why did we have Thanksgiving?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Like and it was like, all right, like once you friggin', digested.
My mom was like so disciplined. She was she didn't want to put the Christmas stuff up. She was like, I have to wait till after Thanksgiving. And I swear it was like a drug addict type thing. Like the week of Thanksgiving, she was like, just some garland right there. You know what I mean? Like she couldn't contain it.
Yeah. No, I mean, my parents, everyone wanted to do that. So, Black Friday was over.
And the funniest thing was a couple episodes back, when Dad was on, we were talking about how he was making the office upstairs for my mom to work there.
Yeah.
Where my mom's office used to be, was that little corner of my living room where by the window where the Christmas tree is now. So my mom was so like ready for Christmas that is at like literally the day after Thanksgiving, all her office equipment was done. The Christmas stuff was out. She called people to come rip out the carpet and put new carpet into the new office. Like she was like, I need that space for Christmas. It was our house is Christmas city right now. It's insane, but I love it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We need it. I
mean, yeah, it's super important. Everyone's just like, you know what? Christmas is gonna be good.
And I said earlier, I like what I was gonna say earlier is Christmas is my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
Like how Joey is with his Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about Christmas. And usually, like you said, when I mentioned the movie thing, and you were like already like, I typically like don't get into like the spirit or even like watch the movies until later on in the month. But nah, what really started it was that new. I can quote it, but I haven't seen it, which kind of sucks. Netflix has, how Netflix puts out those like shows, the blank that made us, like the toys that made us. They put out a new one recently called the Holiday Movies That Made Us.
Okay,
and it's basically about the production and creation behind some of like the most popular holiday movies.
Okay, like for example,
the two that I don't know if they're gonna make more than two, but the two that in the trailer and the two that they highlight are Elf, which is cool.
Okay,
awesome
I'll definitely. I'm immediately sold.
And Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay,
which is also cool because you get to see about all the stop motion and the animation.
Oh yeah, and then that also, like that. I don't know if that'd be the best one. I mean, it is, but there's a lot of stop motion Christmas, so I feel like you can cover.
Is there?
I mean, I've seen quite. I just like.
Like the old Rudolph.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that stuff, like you could cover that, but then now if you cover
what's cool? I hate that I low key haven't watched it, so that I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
But in the trailer, there's actually a part where they mentioned that in Elf, at the beginning of the movie where he's in the North Pole, and because this is a Christmas movie that I've seen this week. And he has like that snowman friend who's like real jazzy and he's like, yeah, buddy, like that guy. Like he looks a lot like a snowman character from those old timey stop motion cartoons. So apparently, like when Elf was coming out, they were trying to get like cease and desist to stop the movie because of all the likenesses between characters and shit. It was really crazy.
Wild.
Yeah. And apparently, like nobody believed that Will Ferrell would play the part. That was like another big thing.
Interesting.
And I think, to be fair, probably around at the time, I don't think Will Ferrell was that big of I wouldn't say maybe an A-list actor, but I don't know the time frame exactly.
I mean, it was like
2003, I think.
Yeah, it was like right before Anchorman.
Yeah, still, that was probably his big one. So
yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, he was in other movies before then, but then again, he was in Old School.
Old School.
He was in all of those movies.
For sure, yeah. He was a superstar.
Like, yeah.
Like, well, I guess what I'm saying is he's no newcomer to the screen, but it wasn't until like that mid-2000s era where Will Ferrell really took over as like the king of comedy. Or just funny
guy
comedy.
Overall.
Yeah.
Because then after that, and then you had Step Brothers and all of those. So.
What do they call them? The frat pack comedies. Saw Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Oh yeah, I mean those are you named like two of the best ones already. In my head, I know. Should we do that? Should we like tier list or like?
I'll fucking do it.
Okay.
For the record, we have a holiday special. You don't, no worries. This isn't it. It's gonna be a lot better than this. But yeah, tis this season. We're already kind of there.
Yeah. So no, we're gonna have tons of shit for that. I'll have sweater, hat.
Oh, dude,
I'll wear more red. Like make your room like really hot, so I have like red cheeks.
Super blush.
Yeah.
I'll get everybody Santa beards.
And then Jose, you just dye it white.
Nah, but what were you gonna say about Home Alone 2?
Oh no, like that's like top 3 for me.
Oh, I love Home Alone 2. But it was funny is Home Alone 2 is my favorite. So I was talking to my friend Mark yesterday at movie night, and we watched another holiday movie, Office Christmas Party, which we'll get into because I'm gonna talk about.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen that.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, so fucking funny. So what a cast! What a cast!
Like I didn't think that movie would work, but we'll get into it. Yeah. Keep going about Home Alone now.
But at the movie night we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I was watching Home Alone 2, and he's like, you like Home Alone 2? And I was like, yeah, it's my favorite. He's like, nah, I hate it. And I was like, what? He said Home Alone 1 and 3 are the top ones. And then I asked,
they're all good, but
and then I asked what he didn't like about Home Alone 2. And he was like, it's so unrealistic. And I started looking back on it, and I was like, yeah, everything about that movie is...
Yeah. I mean...
But I don't care.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it's a big, like, John Mulaney bit about that. Or the
Def Jam thing. How do you get lost in New York?
Like, that's such a good... Like, yeah, of
11 up and 1 over, you simple bitch.
Yeah. Classic.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like, I think that's... there has to be some sort of fantasy to those movies.
Of course.
Christmas.
It's Christmas.
It's about Santa.
It's a family movie.
Which, by the way, those memes are getting so annoying already. The ones that are like the Santa denier ones. I don't know if you've seen them. I
haven't seen them.
They're just like people that like Santa deniers when you bring up this, and then they're just like someone who's mad. There's like thousands, and it's like people share it. It's like, of course, like, I don't know. It's like ironic, but also unironic. God. But yeah, I feel like all of those movies have to be kind of, funny and kind of surreal in a way. Mm-hmm. Like one of my favorites is Jingle All the Way.
Haven't seen it. Which one is that one?
That's Sinbad, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And they fight over the toy.
No, I know it, but I haven't seen it yet.
It's like it's way better if you're a child. Sure.
Yeah, I'll admit real quick, there are some holiday classic films that I actually haven't seen.
We gotta make that a focus then.
Yeah, hell yeah. I haven't seen Christmas with the Cranks. I know people like that.
Yeah, I've seen that. You've seen like Lampoon, the Christmas Vacation?
I haven't seen Christmas.
Oh, okay.
I've seen I've done the dickhead thing where you go on YouTube onto the best movie scenes and you watch like all like 9 out of 9, but I've never actually sat down and watched the whole movie.
Yeah, no. My parents were like, that was one movie or show where my parents were like, they were watching it and they were like, sit down, like you have to watch this. And I'm like, okay, but yeah, that's a classic for me.
I thought you were gonna keep on going.
No, I mean, it's a great movie. It's tons of good scenes. You just stopped that
thought and really looked into my eyes there. I was gonna say, it's another one of my favorite holiday movies, but isn't a Christmas movie.
What's that?
8 Crazy Nights. What a damn good Hanukkah movie.
That should just get counted. That should be.
Nobody likes it that I talk to, and I get it. It's Adam Sandler. It's weird. It's fun, but it's so fucking great.
It's hysterical.
I love it.
It's way too over the top, but that's the point. It's like way too much. The amount of stimulation and animation, the voices. You're just like, oh, like you're, oh my god.
Oh my!
It's like
God.
It's like almost like an Eddie Murphy movie where he plays like 12 different people.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, what?
But it's animated.
Yeah. It's kind of freaky.
It's a really good way of putting it. I never really thought about it.
So I think that's why it's just like a little too much. But I mean, I
also secretly really like the fact that the movie's a musical and everybody forgets that, and it has some bangers looking.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I feel like
that's a technical foul.
I feel like any movie where Adam Sandler sings, it's like, everyone likes it,
Oh, like it's
Wedding Singer. Like every woman likes the Wedding Singer because of
that one weird ass scene in Billy Madison. Veronica, I thank you for beating the shit out of me. Like, they have a full-on 3-minute musical scene in a movie that has nothing to do with it at all.
Oh, that's always the best.
It's great.
That Family Guy style.
Fantastic. Yeah, exactly.
Where it's just like, oh, what? A whole song?
Another thing, because I hate to break away from the Christmas conversation to talk about Adam Sandler movies, but we're gonna come back to the Christmas conversation.
Oh, okay.
But I was watching Billy Madison, and I totally forgot that there's a scene in that movie where Adam Sandler, as Billy, is like talking to his dad or something, and then he's about to go up the stairs. And Tumble For Ya by Culture Club, the song, just starts playing on like a loudspeaker in the house. No reason.
A loudspeaker?
Because he lives in a mansion. He's like rich.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it just starts playing on like the loud thing in the house.
Yeah.
But it's not ever talked about. It just starts playing. And even Billy is like, what? And then he just starts dancing. And there's like a minute-long dance number to the whole like first half of the song up the stairs. And I never remembered that part. I was just upstairs in my room like, what? Am I fucking dreaming this right now?
Did you like Mandela effect it, where it's like you didn't think it was in the movie and then all of a sudden it was in the movie?
Probably something like that. I was just like, I don't remember this at all. I was like, what the hell?
That's really fucking weird.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie maybe 3 or 4 times. I don't remember that.
You don't remember it, right?
No, I do not.
I promise you it exists, and I'm not crazy.
I barely remember Veronica.
I also didn't know until last night that movie was directed by a woman. Kind of crazy because of how like ridiculous the humor is. It feels like it could have been written by just like one of us.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say?
Christmas movie?
Back to the holiday films. What are some of your classic favorites?
Well, we already named like the top 3 for me, I think, but it would probably be Jingle All the Way, Home Alone 2, Elf. That's like my top 3.
But we already said that.
I know.
So you gotta
I mean, I like the Charlie Brown one.
I've never seen it.
Fuck, bro.
I've never seen any of the Charlie Brown things. I don't know. Crucify me.
But you saw like the other like old like Island of Misfit Toys and stuff like that.
Is that the stop motion?
Yeah, like the old stop motion.
Because my
ones.
mom loves those.
Yeah. I mean those are just those you have to watch.
My
those,
mom like makes me watch those.
Yeah. Watch them once. Don't watch them any more than that. You'll want to die.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Not just you a snow thing slowly walking, just like okay, next let's go. Like I know you had to make a move that way, but like that must have damn bro. What an art form.
Yeah.
That shit takes forever.
Fuck yeah, man.
Like I remember did you ever use like Pivot? This has nothing to do with Christmas, but have you ever used the Pivot stick figure animator?
No, what is that?
Oh, okay, so it was a program on your computer where you could just like it was like the original whatever, but like you could basically draw like stick figures and then you could animate them in any way, and you make all the frames, and every click was a frame, and you could just animate anything, and you could draw other shapes and stuff. It was like an animator.
Is that how people made like those early 2000s stick figure war videos on YouTube?
Yes.
That I used to watch when I was like 10.
Mm-hmm. Love those.
Damn, man. What an era.
I did it for like 6 months. I made like a bunch of different stuff.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I even made a not safe for work one. Yeah. like it was like an action movie. Right, it was like a spaghetti western action movie, and then there was a sex scene.
Oh my god!
I wish I had. It was like on my 2007 computer.
Dylan, who are you, dude? Like it wasn't even like you. I think it was weirder that way. It would have been less weird if you were like, I made 2 stick figures. Fuck, but it was like, it was a whole western scene, and then there's a romantic part like, with a sex scene that I wrote in.
Animated out. It was only like a minute, 2 minutes, right?
Oh, dude, that's why we get along.
Yeah. Like it was so great too because I animated like all of the bullets, so like you just see the bullets go like each one at a time. And then I would like I didn't know how to make them disappear, so I would just drag them off screen. So if you expanded the frame in any way, you would just see 150 bullets in the corner.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Because I didn't know. Because
they didn't actually go anywhere. You just drag them off frame.
I just animated them over and didn't delete them. I didn't make them go away.
Just fucking pan over. There's like 100 dots.
But yeah, I mean that was I want to see if they still have it, like if there's still like support for it.
Pivot. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
man, that's
might have to go home.
Play with some Pivot. I think my earliest thing into filmmaking was we used to have a Sony Handycam that recorded into mini cassettes.
Oh, I know you're like.
And
but it was like small.
Yeah, like it was like this big, like the actual camera, and then the
okay.
cassettes themselves were like this tiny.
Interesting. Yeah.
And like they were small, but then we had like this we had like a VHS that you could put the cassette into, and then you could put that into a VHS player.
Oh, okay.
And it would play on TV and shit like that. But what I would do is I didn't even know editing was a thing. I just knew that I liked cameras and then I liked to film shit. So the way that I would like cut was I would just like stop recording.
Yeah.
And then I would just immediately start recording on the tape. And it was tape, so it would just play like along. And there's still some that I have of like the weirdest things. Like not really like movies, but more just like there's one where I just do a tour of my house and shit like
that's
that.
awesome. That's
and
so
shit like
sick.
that.
Yeah, I would just recreate MTV shows.
Yeah, but since it's on like tape, there's like weird instances on some of them where it'll be like really high pitched voice Bobby, like this is my room, and then there's a cut and it's like, and then it's just like me singing on stage on a second grade talent show.
Yeah,
like,
I would love to see that.
God bless America. This is my bathroom.
It's like a fever dream, bro. That's so weird.
Oh man, that reminds me another like stupid off tangent thing. But you know how I love Space Jam? How like Space Jam is one of my favorite movies. You know this. You can't even pretend like this is something you're just learning.
Damn, I didn't know it was gonna be that random, bro. I mean, it's still a movie, but like that was fucking great. Go on.
No, it goes.
Yeah, and Michael Jordan celebrated Christmas. It's like how the fuck is he gonna tie back?
No, it's funny. I promise.
Okay, yeah, no, I believe you.
So I love Space Jam.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'd say it has very bad, like it has bad ratings.
I don't give a shit.
I
know
it.
that I know,
I like it.
and I don't care. And I don't give a fuck.
I also like the guy from Seinfeld too.
If Space Jam 2 with LeBron James gets like 2% on Rotten Tomatoes, I will be the first person in that theater with a ticket in my hand, right?
I'll go with you.
But I'll never forget. The first time I ever watched Space Jam was at my Titi Carmen's house in Long Island. We slept over one night. I think it was like one of the only times I ever slept over there with my grandma. And in the bedroom she had, and this was really old time. I'm talking like, when I was like 9. So fucking 2004, 5, something like that. And she had a VHS player in a room with a bunch of tapes. And I saw Space Jam. And I was like, I'll watch this. Fell asleep to it. Woke up the next morning. Watched it again. Sickest movie I like ever seen in my life, right? My Titi Carmen noticed how much that I loved it. She actually gave it to me. And I still have that Space Jam tape upstairs.
Awesome.
And the reason I'm bringing this up in the first place is because my Titi Carmen accidentally recorded over one scene in Space Jam.
To what?
So there's a scene right before. It's really famous in Space Jam. It's in the climactic scene. Sorry, spoiler alert for Space Jam.
Space Jam,
yeah,
a movie from the 90s.
But there's a scene where Michael Jordan is with the rest of the Looney Tunes in the locker room, and he shares his special stuff, which is just like a bottle of water. And he's that scene, and they all drink it down. I never got to watch that scene as a kid because on that tape it was a commercial for a Long Island lawyer. And I'm talking like real old with the
yeah, I know exactly.
And then a guy with glasses was sitting on a desk with a whole can. Bro, that commercial is ingrained in my brain because of how many times
you're like, damn, they really can't win this game. They have no chance.
And you think you think I'd fast forward over it, but the hundreds of times I watched that tape, I watched that commercial with it to the point, and I know it sounds crazy. I watch Space Jam now, and I get to that scene, and it just doesn't feel like it's actually Space Jam, right?
You should edit in the lawyer.
This isn't the director's cut, know?
You really have to get a copy of the film.
Dude, my new dream is to find that copy of Space Jam.
No, not even, Bob. You could just put it into an editing software.
But the thing is I don't remember the commercial. I have to get the actual commercial.
You gotta fucking contact
I gotta find it. I gotta see if that guy's still around.
You gotta contact Time Warner in fucking Nassau County. Hello, do you have this ad? People do that for like lost media and shit.
Hell yeah.
They contact like their.
That was that shit that we went up. I think after last podcast, was 2 podcasts ago.
Yeah, 2 podcasts ago.
You were showing me that.
Yeah.
That shit was low key disturbing.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that.
No, and I mean.
And then your girlfriend called me a pussy. Now we gotta fight.
Not the exact terminology.
What was it?
It was just like, damn, this made you scared. It was kind of like that.
I heard pussy.
I said it because
see, now you're trying to start some shit. I'm
calling you,
and I'm
pussy.
here trying to beef with Bree.
Listen, in hindsight, there's one part of the iceberg where like they throw like the anonymous aspect of it or like the lost aspect out the window, and it's just a bunch of death. So I understand why.
Here's the thing,
because I think that might be it, right?
Here's the thing. So it's the whole aspect of this thing was it was like an iceberg because it starts at like the tip with media that's been recovered and found, right? Yeah. And you can stop me because you know more about this at any point.
Okay.
If I'm incorrect on this, right?
That's right.
But for the most part, all that media that is actually recovered in this lost media, and before I go any further, the lost media is just like when you remember something from the past, like in that case, that lawyer commercial.
Yeah.
There's like a whole culture of people on the internet that
who
devote a crazy amount of time and effort and research to like try to find that stuff. Yeah.
And sometimes it has to do with trauma or just like a memory, and it's just like, okay, do
and
what
sometimes
you
at the tip of the iceberg they find it and they share it, and people are like, I know I didn't make this up, like I knew about it, and then obviously at the lower end of the iceberg there's stuff that nobody's ever found, some real mysterious ass shit, and like Dylan said, a lot of death stuff.
Yeah, where it's like people saw it live. They definitely saw it live.
My problem was that since we watched that video in that format, so all that tip of the iceberg shit is like the lost SpongeBob episodes. Yeah. So I'm watching this and I'm upstairs chilling. We're just zoned out watching this fucking show, and it's like, okay, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I think I remember that. Oh, cool. The Armin Maives murder tapes. And I'm like, what the fuck? And literally everything after that was like the death of this person.
This person.
The murder of this. And it's just like, I'm in a bad spot now.
But then the video is not consistent at all in hindsight. Because even at the end, the guy who made the video, after an hour, he goes, I actually don't agree with any of this. He's like, I think this is all dumb. He's like, there's one that's all death, and then you get below that, and we're back to shit that's found. Like there's stuff that's like, oh, they only found 30 seconds of it. Yeah. So it's lost, and it's like or it's like it's a show from the 50s, and it's like, yeah, of course it's lost. It's the 50s. They don't have every single one of those recorded. It's like, oh, they don't have 180 episodes of Johnny Carson. It's like he did like 8,000.
Wonder if they have any holiday movie lost media.
They definitely have holiday lost movies. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some where it's like, I'm pretty sure like Shaq probably did a holiday movie at one point, and they were like, oh, we don't got enough scenes or something, you know?
Even that, I feel like with the amount of cartoons, there's probably a shit ton of cartoons that had like holiday specials that people probably remember that they...
Or like half-finished ones maybe, like ones that are like storyboard only.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Yeah. And then even then, I mean, it's the same with like music too. Like there's a bunch of artists that are just like, oh, we don't like this, and then throw it out, and it's like,
where did that go?
Yeah, and it's like, it's, you know, you want to find it, but then again, it's like, well, if they didn't want to put it out, how good could it be? And going back to like the lost media, most of those things I don't want to see.
Yeah, right.
No one wants to see any of those. It's like, oh, there's this one episode of SpongeBob that sucked, and they got rid of it. It's like, why would you want to watch that?
We need it. We need the bad episodes. We need to watch it.
Episode 23B is gone. It's like, no one cares.
It's literally like the worst thing. Patrick, let's cross the street.
That's it.
Okay.
I love SpongeBob.
Every time you do those long sighs, I think you're gonna say something, and then I don't say something. There's like that weird moment of silence where I was like, I was.
No, go ahead. You could cut me off at any point.
No, I can cut you off. I can cut you off now.
Yeah.
Since we're on the topic already of the cartoons and the holiday stuff, did you ever have a favorite Christmas episode of a cartoon?
I mean, I like the SpongeBob one
with the song. La 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 la, yeah.
That one I liked. Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
I'm kind of blanking out right now. I have to really.
No, I only asked that because weirdly enough, that was a big thing in my house. Like, I think my mom kind of knew how much I loved like the Cartoon Network and the Nickelodeon cartoons.
I'm actually gonna look them up right now.
Yeah,
can we actually pull some up?
Yeah, sure.
Let's pull up some.
So we would wait every year for Christmas, and then me and my mom would watch like all of the cartoon like specials.
Like Nickelodeon or everything?
Everything.
Okay, yeah.
But not Disney. We never really didn't watch Disney so much here. But our favorite one was?
What?
Have you ever seen the Hey Arnold Christmas special?
I've heard good things.
Dude, it's a tearjerker. Okay. It made us cry. Okay. It's like...
I gotta watch it. Hey Arnold is an old enough show. I watched it like when it was out, right? So I was like... I was like 5. I'm not gonna remember that shit. So I probably saw it back in the day.
Bam, look, we got a list right here. Shout out to the Bustle. Oh, the Hanukkah episode from Rugrats.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one.
That's mad cool.
That's the one. We found it, boys. Let's go home.
Gone shopping.
No.
Oh my God, Arthur's Perfect Christmas.
I've never seen Arthur's Perfect Christmas. Or when I did.
Dude, this is actually one of my favorite animated movies.
Streamable on Amazon.
Same thing with Space Jam. This is a movie I just had on repeat as a kid, for sure. I probably, no joke, I could probably know all the lyrics to all the songs in this movie.
Holy shit. Yeah, maybe we should watch it then.
Because I had this one, and I had the Arthur special where he meets the Backstreet Boys. And again,
you've
everywhere.
talked about that before.
Don't want nothing but the music. Animaniacs. I don't remember this one too much.
No, I don't know. I mean, I've seen it in passing.
Sorry if this thing is so laggy. Christmas with the... Oh, yeah. That's a classic. But that was more just because I loved this show growing up. Batman the Animated Series. It's also just one of the better episodes of that show. Very Cat Dog Christmas.
I don't think I remember that.
I don't remember that one either too much. Nutcracker, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Dexter versus Santa's Claus. I remember that episode.
Nope.
You don't remember that?
No. I never watched Cartoon Network, really. I watched, like, Ed, Edd and Eddy. But
you were a Nick kid?
Yeah, I watched like all Nickelodeon only.
Bro, and do you remember Fa La 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 Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy? I hate that there's no gifts and pics and stuff.
Yeah, this is not great. I remember Christmas Every Day by Fairly Odd Parents.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Arnold's Christmas. Hey Arnold, bro.
Oops.
Made me cry.
Invaders.
Joey probably remembers everything about that.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the Johnny Bravo one. I'm pretty sure fucking Donny Osmond is in this. I know that sounds really fucking weird, but I'm pretty sure Donny Osmond is in that Christmas special. Pinky and the Brain. I remember the Powerpuff Girls one. That one was great. Rocko's Modern Life.
The Santa Experience.
We talked about the Rugrats one.
I've seen the Simpsons one.
Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh.
Oh my God, let's go.
Forrest. I'm Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh.
Interesting.
All right. I just wanted to see the list to get some more in my head, jog it up, you know?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Even though the Simpsons didn't do Christmas well, they did do the Halloween.
The Treehouse of Horror. Yeah. That's like their thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's their specialty.
Mm-hmm. I had the DVD set of like all of them.
So you've never seen the Hey Arnold Christmas special?
I do. I have no recollection of it.
Can I explain it to you and see if you can get it? Okay.
I'll try to. I'll go into my 5-year-old brain.
I don't remember everything about the movie, but I remember the gist is, right?
All right.
That
my eyes are closed.
Yeah. So, you know Helga Pataki from Hey Arnold? I'm pretty sure there's like this gift or something that she really wants. And you know how she's on the show that she's like, I need it. I'm going to get it. Blah, blah, blah.
And then she's mean, and then she goes behind the thing. And then she's like, yeah, I love him.
And she's like, oh, Arnold, my love. Yeah. What the actual episode is about, crazy enough, is I don't remember his name, and it low key like tarnishes the heartfeltness of the episode. But you know the guy that lives in Arnold's building, the Asian man with the glasses?
Yeah.
So he tells like this really like sad story about a war in his country in which he was separated from his baby daughter, and he's never seen her ever again. So for Christmas, Arnold makes it like a mission to try to find the daughter and reconnect them.
I feel like I've seen this.
And it's
this is really jogging.
And it's memorable because for a kid's show, you watch it and you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
That's like an adult movie.
I'm feeling something.
That sounds like a dramatic comedy with Vince Vaughn.
Exactly. What happened to Monkey Man? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah. So long story short, there's like a whole thing where Arnold's not able to do it because the person that works at the city registry, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, he has to get like these gifts for the rest of his family. He doesn't have the time. And then like the whole twist. Spoiler alert for Hey Arnold's Christmas
special.
Helga gives up her gift to that guy so the guy can work and find the daughter, and at the last second the daughter gets reconnected with the father.
Oh, that's nice.
And then the last part of the special is like Helga wishing Arnold a Merry Christmas from outside his window where he can't hear it, and it's low-key like, aw, she did like everything to make sure Arnold's Christmas was nice and that this guy said he saw his daughter. And I was like, bruh,
yeah, that's
talk about teaching kids to do fucking nice things, right?
That's emotional as hell.
Fuck shows about odd parents and fucking Danny Phantoms
and getting lost in New York, Home Alone.
Oh, that's not even a cartoon.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
But fuck it.
Fuck that movie.
It's not Hey Arnold. It didn't teach me about life and love and sacrifice.
But I don't understand. Like, so it was like that's what he wanted for Christmas. Can I? Like, I'm still a little confused. Like,
oh no, like that, that was his mission, and like she knew it. Like she knew that he was doing this whole thing for this whole week, like trying to do this. So her giving away her gift so that the goal could be settled.
Yeah. I know that's the point, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, now you care about your daughter, you know? Like you didn't care about your daughter years ago.
I'm just. No, it's not that. It's because we're talking about Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
You remember that fucking YouTube video of the redubbed
fucking
Hey Arnold clip where they jumped the bus?
Yeah, the dub video. That's like a classic. Put that in.
Fucking classic.
Put that in, Bobby.
No, I'm just laughing because it's like, it can't be the farthest opposite from that heartfelt Hey Arnold episode. It's the stupidest fucking thing on the planet.
They should definitely put.
Did the guy who did Grandma's Ass Cheeks do that same video?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Grandma's Ass Cheeks I watched in my neighborhood library on full volume. Which, by the way, if you don't know, is a redub of SpongeBob, and there was
Grandma's Kisses.
There was like 3 of them that he did, and all of them were just like the worst,
bro. Like the raunchy fucking humor,
the worst humor too. Yeah. And like people around my school would like yell it, and they'd be like, "Bruce Willis is my favorite," like that shit, and they would just yell it, and like the teachers would be like, "What the fuck? Why are they talking about Keanu Reeves?"
Shout outs to really high energy random comedy in that like end of 2000 era,
and it was just like what was it, Charlie the Unicorn.
Oh yeah, I never watched. I mean, I never, that wasn't big for me.
I know,
I saw it once,
but yeah, exactly. No one would want to watch.
But people
that.
Obsessed.
But
over
like that same thing, it was just like so fast. The timing, the rhythm was just so quick. All of us were just eating that up.
Fred had his own fucking empire.
Oh my god!
What was it? Lucas something? Cruikshank?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy had his own. Guy was on iCarly.
Oh yeah, and then had like 3 movies.
He had the Fred the movie.
He had the trilogy.
See, we just gotta hold down the fort here in the basement for a little while longer, and before you know it, that first Joystick movie's gonna come out.
We're gonna be Fred.
No. I mean, if it makes money.
Yeah, we can pitch shift this and.
Yeah, right. Just.
Are you really high pitched for the rest of the podcast? That's not gonna happen. I'm not doing
down. Chipmunks.
No, I refuse.
You like the Chipmunks?
How
do you feel about the Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas songs?
Like the originals?
Yeah.
They're classics. I have no problem with it.
But the movies.
They're not classics.
I like the first one.
I like the first one too.
The first one's very good.
The first one is good.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I actually haven't watched the third one. I remember watching parts of the second one, but they look annoying. And I actually think there's a fourth one. There might be.
There was like which one was the cruise ship one? There was like one where they're on a
Chips Ahoy. Wait, that might be the cookie.
Why am I talking about this? I talked about some shit. I know nothing about those movies.
Hey, I have a question though.
Yeah.
Was the Alvin and Chipmunks soundtrack in your Spotify rap this year?
It was actually only Alvin and the Chipmunks.
What, the top 5 songs?
Top 5 was just Alvin.
Top 5 artists: Alvin, Simon, Theodore, Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and then Alvin with the
and
ampersand.
David Shoddy.
No, number 5. But yeah, Spotify Wrapped.
So should we pop them out and discuss this?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So can we try to guess each other's top 5 artists? Because if I'm being honest, I don't remember yours.
I remember like 1 or 2 of yours, but I'll pretend like I don't know and guess.
Alrighty, there we go. So, oh my God, that's so fucking loud.
Why'd you play that? Oh, you actually clicked on the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just had screenshots. Okay, so I remember you saying that all of your artists were hip hop, correct?
Yeah, weirdly enough.
Okay, all of my artists are also hip hop.
Oh, really? All 5 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the only thing is, like, I would guess them based off of either artists that you say here on the show for the Yams or artists that you constantly talk about, right? So it'd be like, I'd guess David Shoddy.
Number 3.
Okay. Who's this guy? Do you like Sibber?
Number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Sibber. I'm in Point, which is the .05 or whatever, or yeah.
Oh yeah, for
0.5% of listeners or whatever. Yeah.
I only remember it because I actually thought it was kind of crazy that you had it Suicide Boys.
Yeah, number 4.
You listen to them that often?
I listen to them background music.
Gotcha.
They were number 2 years ago and number 1 last year because background music.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
And I don't know after that. What were the other 2? Maybe like.
Okay, yeah. Number 2 is 93 Feet of Smoke, who was 5 the year before.
You sent me a lot of stuff.
And then number 5 was Lucky, who is a very interesting. I was playing him the other night, but he's good. But he's also not only very good background music, but he doesn't write any lyrics.
Remember my artist?
Okay, so they're all hip hop.
Indeed.
Okay. The one I do remember is Puya.
Yeah, number 5.
Okay. Tara Reid.
Number 2.
Was Booby also on there?
Booby was number 3, only because my number 1 song of the year was a Booby Ludovelli song.
Yeah.
I have other Booby songs, but that song was constantly on repeat this year.
Okay. Royal Blood?
No, all hip hop.
Oh yeah, my bad. Okay, I'm trying to think. So, what other rappers do you listen to?
One of them is funny, and I actually want to talk about it for a sec.
And I know it's not any like popular rappers. I know for sure, right? I know it's
one of them is.
It's not Drake, right?
It's not Drake.
Popular.
My number 4 is the popular rapper. My number 1 is Brockhampton.
Okay, yeah.
But my number 4.
I should have had that.
I'll just tell you.
Okay.
My number 4 is Eminem.
Interesting. And
the only reason that Eminem is the top 4.
I mean, earlier in the year, you were playing a lot of Eminem here. I remember I was coming over.
It's because when I was trying to platinum the stupid fucking game that is Borderlands pre-sequel with the most ridiculous platinum in the world that took me almost 2 months to get.
Okay. I mean,
I constantly had Eminem songs on repeat.
I do that. About
a month and a half. So just because of that month and a half, Eminem made it all the way to the top 4.
You understand that now? Like, do you think that playing Borderlands will be hard for you now because you'll think of Eminem?
Eminem, right?
Because that's what happens. No, because that's what happens with me. Because like when I grind out platinums, I play like a full album,
and then you
or
just think about
I play like a discography. And now in my head, those game and song or game and album are just linked forever.
Interesting.
Like there was one artist, Deco, that I was listening to. And when I was listening to him, I was playing a snowmobile game. So whenever I play any game with a snowmobile, I think of those songs because they're super catchy too. They're just like simple, catchy, like SoundCloud rap songs. Yeah. So that just gets in your head super quick. And now I'm just on a snowmobile, and it's like, and it's and I had the game, and I had the gaming machine, I had the Dill Cube, and I was playing it was a different snowmobile game. It was a snowmobile game on like the Dreamcast, and I was still thinking of that song.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That happens with me with like snowboarding games and the original soundtrack for SSX Tricky 3. Like whenever I hear Way Away by Yellow Card, I just want to be snowboarding. That's
Way Away, the second most hype Yellow Card song.
Right?
Speaking of Yellow Card, my number 1 Imagine.
I want to meet that person.
Yeah. I mean, the Ocean. It's probably the guy who lives on Ocean Avenue.
He plays it for people like, hey, check this out.
It's like,
you saw my address when you were coming here, right?
Everyone's just fucking giving huge ass fucking eye rolls.
Hey, check this out. Then those first 3 guitar strums.
I have a weird thing. I have a problem with my top 5 songs, though. Not to say that it's not accurate, because it is accurate for sure. But the reason why it's a little misleading is because all of my 4 out of my 5 songs are under a minute and a half.
Weird.
But
that makes sense because
three of the 5 are a minute and a half or low.
Because you probably like listen to them. So
I would have to repeat them.
Yeah.
Because it's not long enough, and I keep after coming back.
So it
more.
Almost feels like it's a sham. I feel you.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're saying. Because what feels like, because you're basically saying 2 plays in a row is what feels like listening to the song. And I feel what you mean because like I listened to that song. That was Tension my jam like last week.
Yeah.
That song is really short too, and I love it so much that I listen to it on repeat until I just fucking times.
And even when you find a song like that, all of my favorite songs are the ones that catch me off guard, and then I have to go back and listen to it a second time and then a third time, and now I'm just listening to it a bunch over the course of a weekend.
Exactly.
And do you think you could guess any of mine?
For songs?
Yeah.
Songs might be a little hard for me. Was there like any song that I can really like think of you?
Yeah. Well, there's one. The number one. There's one that's like a minute and a half.
What is it? Oh wait.
Yeah.
Astrid.
Yeah. And that song I listened to and like it was like, and he wasn't on none of my artists on my favorite songs are on my favorite artists.
Yeah, I have similar things like that too.
Yeah, none of them are. And
I think only like 2 of my actual top 5 songs were from my top 5 artists.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I told you number 2 was Drop Out by Brakence.
Yeah. That was another one of this. That's funny enough you say that. Astrid and Drop Out by Brakence were the 2 songs this year that you sent me that are in the jams and are both like get listened to a lot, enough so that I think they were both in my top 100.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm. And then I had another Brakence song at number 4, a freestyle, and that song's really short. It's like a minute and a half. Number 3 was Dash by Riven.
Mm-hmm.
And number 5 was Deity by Aries.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. All good songs.
I don't think I actually saved the snapshot of my
Oh no, damn.
Of my thing, yeah. I don't really feel like opening the whole thing up, but I remember it was like the only noteworthy thing was that Rave on You made it on my top 5 for not top 3.
Fucking everyone go listen to that song right now.
Fuck yeah. I'm pretty sure Rave on You has been Jam of the Week. It'll be Jam of the Century because holy fuck do I love that song.
That song is so fucking good.
So good.
That guy, he's really good at.
Hell yeah. What's his real name?
Nicholas Jar.
Yeah.
He's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Every song he makes is just like it develops super well.
Hell yeah.
Beat comes back.
And it's like they don't even feel that crazy. And most of the time it's just like a simple melody or something like that. But it's what he does with the sound design and everything that just really.
And he builds with it. And then especially on Rave on You, there's a part where the song becomes almost unlistenable, and it's great.
Yeah. The weirdest thing I could say about Rave on You is it's one of the only songs that I can listen to and feel something.
Yeah.
It's like I listen to that song and I'm like, yo,
it's like a different. Brain chemicals
I'm looser, I'm lighter, I like
it.
Exactly. It's great.
Yeah.
For sure. And I guess that's a really great way to bring us into our Jam and Yams of the Week, which we agreed were going to be from our top 100, right?
Oh, yeah. Did you happen to see what your favorite genres were?
Yeah. Fuck. That's actually a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I did notice that I had like 500 plus listened to genres this year, which was kind of nuts.
Yeah, I had a bunch.
I could imagine yours too, because I think you're a more diverse listener than I am.
Yeah, I don't think I had a lot. I had less than 400, I believe. I don't have the exact screenshot, but I only had like 350 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my top 5 genres were underground hip hop, which is just what they call like indie hip hop, like Suicide Boys or whatever. Then emo rap, pop punk rap, glitchcore, which I guess might be hyper pop, and they don't know how to characterize it, but I think that's what they mean. Or maybe it's just I like Igloo Ghost or something, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or Flume or like an EDM artist.
Mine were hip hop, pop, rock, pop punk, underground hip hop.
Underground hip hop made it, yeah.
Snuck its way in there.
Yeah.
That's low key you influencing the jams with your yams. And that's not even like a joke, it's the truth.
Yeah, it's just some
collusion.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the jam of the week?
No.
Okay,
tell me.
I mean, I can
tell me,
peruse your 2020 wrapped up playlist.
Yeah, which by the way, that playlist is so fucking good.
Oh hell yeah! That's why it's low key a national holiday for you and me, because it's like the next month we're just jamming to our top 100 songs. Because it's great. It's literally like the last 100 songs you've been jamming to, so it's like awesome. Thank you for comprising it into one playlist. But yes, enough of getting sidetracked. My jam of the week, which also happens to be, I want to say maybe number 4 on my top 5
Mm-hmm.
is Buried Alive by Reid and ELIOZE. Don't know why. Short ass song, just a fire beat. I don't even know why I like Reid.
Reid's fun though.
He's so fun.
He's very he sounds fun.
You know? What I mean? He reflects an era of hip hop that I wish I was around for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that old West Coast type of 90s type of shit.
Yeah, but also not being that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it
like
works.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna pick one that I thought was gonna be on my top 5. And wasn't, and that's Softie by Brakence.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think I have that one too.
Yeah, which is which I was listening, which is the first song I found by him, and I thought I was gonna like that one more, but then it's also a longer one. It's like 4 minutes and really slow, so I think I was listening to it less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, sick ass song.
Thanks for watching, hanging out with us for episode 19 of the Joystick Show. We really appreciate it. Like we said at the beginning of the show, go ahead and subscribe so you can keep track of
click
when these guys come out.
Yeah, however, we're good though, because unless it's a new show, Wednesdays and Fridays
as of yet. But we're definitely going to try to find out how to fill some more time slots for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure to leave a like, comment down below if you want to see a topic talked about. We've got some cool stuff planned specifically for a holiday episode.
Yeah.
And
end of the year stuff.
Big end of the year stuff. Specifically, the December 30th episode of the Joystick Show is going to be pretty spectacular. Spoiler alert, it will be nothing to do with New Year's Eve particularly, but we have something big for the channel essentially planned. Can't wait to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for sticking with us, guys. I don't know what to do, Dylan. What do we do?
We make another podcast right now.
Right now?
Yeah.